Cybersect, hi. Good morning. Cat, hi. Stony, hi. You need to turn off your bot. It is a mess. A mess. A big ass mess. I can't flip a video that has been like baked in. If I flipped the video, you would have flipped captions, which, you know, I mean, you've been working with captions. Yerin, hi, I had questions for you. Welcome back. Oh, I'm old. That is the reason of the title of today. I am old. I've been having back pain for the past 3 weeks. And to fix it, it didn't work. I'm in pain right now. It's a mess. I apparently have a bit of an issue on my secondary phone for the internet?
Croissant.
Why? Welcome, hi. Welcome on. Why is the internet not working? Let me fix that. But yeah, it's been... It was bad. It is still bad. That's why I hate it. Can I fix this? Is that an option? Can I do that? I know how that happens. Happened to me last week as well, on Monday. Technically not just on Monday, but kinda. Is it gonna break again? It's probably gonna break again. It's gonna be fine. Anyways. Question for you. Was I right? Was I right on this in the beginning? I don't know, it feels like someone else. Did that happen? Because for me, that happened. Good for you. Like, my ex was like, I don't know about the whole perfume thing. It really feels like someone else. She was cheating, so it makes sense. But also, I don't know. That is a thing with the previous ex, when I had like some perfumes happening and things. She was pretty saying the same, as in, I don't know. It feels, I like it, but it feels different. Therefore, it feels like someone else and not you. But yeah. Good. If it didn't happen to you, that's pretty good. Which one was approved? Because you took 5. 3? That's 3. You took 3 or you took 5? I forgot. Or it was 7. You're gonna say 7. No, I think you didn't take the box. You took like individual things. Ordered 5. Yes. I see. How do you... I know this is a very specific thing and it's a very hard to explain if it's your first perfume. How do you feel about the bunch of smell? Is it like as much whiskey-y that I was talking about, or is it like less for you? How do you vibe with it? That is the question. That is the question. Good. It is really good. I really like it. Today I'm on the silky... It's a very vanilla perfume, which is, yeah. Good. Like them as well? Good. They are pretty good. Also, Cybersect 25 stream in a row is impressive. Congrats. I just saw that. Well, have a good city console thing. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. But yeah, the back is hurting, which is really bad. And then I think I have said that 2 months ago, and then I broke through it, which is good. But Chris, hi, welcome back. But now, um, I study. You're gonna like that. I think I'm hurting my ability, and I'm pissed at my lack of ability. So I have been trying something. It makes no sense. I am here in the place list view, or technically in the main view, we have a bit of a trigger. The trigger is here. When you have a place that is selected, it opens in a sheet, a bottom sheet navigation. And I want it to be not a bottom sheet navigation. I want it to be something that you need to turn it off, Sony. You turn it off. I need it to be like a very specific page. So something that would make sense, like a full page. And I don't know why it's on, but it has been on since 5 something when I kind of started to put the stream in place. Anyways, the only thing that I need to do in order for this to work is to ensure that in the either the place detail view or in the list view, I forgot exactly which one it is. It doesn't really matter. I basically need to say if you tap on something, like on tap, you have like a open. What the fuck you at? It's probably not there. It's there. Then that dot sheet is presented, or like full screen cover is presented. Like these are the base, and I need the same thing, or there is the same thing for the place detail. That is probably going to be inside of the list view. Anyways, doesn't matter. That's the thing that I need to change. I need to change that from a sheet to a page, and in order to do that, the Z stack, that is the initial container, needs to be a navigation container, not a Z stack. So far, so good. I know that much. I've been trying to do this for 2 days. Yesterday and today. And it doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to work. I understand why. Because I'm annoying. But it doesn't want to work. My understanding is this. In my current content view, which is my main view, basic Swift UI stuff, whatever. When I'm here, I have a pre-navigation step that is conflicting with the navigation container. So as soon as I have my navigation container, it only take one action and it can't really take 2 actions. So the first action that it takes is on click, focus on the place. Make sense? Good. And then if I'm on the navigation container, this place has been selected and is active, but I can't click on it again. So now it works because I reverted, but I don't know why. Everything is in place to have the multi-step, like it's just like if selected, then it's clickable a second time, and therefore you can move on and open the page. It doesn't want to do it. I don't know. It's a bit annoying. So I'm hurting my own stupidity and my own lack of knowledge, and it's pissing me off. Um, and you know, they, that's it. That's exactly how it is. Like if I have the list view, um, it's basically this. Like if in the place entry it is selected, then you go through. If it's not, you focus on the map. It is already in place. So the whole thing should work. It just doesn't want to do things. I don't get it. Oh no. I mean, no. I need it to be able to work and not have like that logic that I just showed you is logical and it works and it proof works. So it, you know, like it's not, it shouldn't be that hard. Ah. It's fine though. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Your method would work. I'm not against that. It's just weird. I think the main issue that I have and that wouldn't really work with your version is because uh you can lol you can select a place by just tapping on it, and that highlights it in the list. If there were more, it will just scroll to that specific place. So now this one is marked as selected and is selected, whatever is true. So that is an option. That is an option. So the listener for the is selected is outside. It's a state object rather than something else. So it's annoying. So I did the most regular things for me, and I went to Khan Academy, and I said, you know what, let me take a look at the course again. They said you need to pay for us to do that, so I said okay. So I paid for the 7-day free trial, and then I canceled immediately, and everything that is in there is shit, and it brings me back to why I hate tutorials, because it gives me things that I don't really give a shit about right now. I need something specific, and it doesn't give this to me. So I moved to design code, which is a bit better, and I think I'm on the right track with the match geometry selection. But also, like these things are really um, simple, and they are text based. And if I pay, I can have access to the video based format, but it's also annoying. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Um, I think let me shut the fuck up right there. I agree with you on this one. I 100% agree with you that if you want to do exactly what you have in the tutorial, the tutorials are great because you can just follow them and you have the thing that you want. However, what I hate about them here is I understand you want an example and you give me an example in order for me to potentially understand how right now an array is working. But the whole thing, like right now, the whole thing that I need to do is create an array that is called um, subway adults and subway child, like two different array, or basically one array with two values. And then um, I kind of know how to do that. Like it's pretty simple. You just have the adult, then you do the same thing for the child, and you map that, whatever. It's just, which is kind of fun for me. First of all, side note, derail off myself, that they are using Tokyo Train. I don't think it's targeted, but that's really working for me right now. But it doesn't make any sense. Like that array specific, or the previous example that I had, which was um, basically create an empty array and then an empty array, and that's it. Really bad. Anyways, so the reason why I don't like these things is because it is not giving me an abstract enough point for it to make sense to me. Whereas here, it is more abstract, but it's a bit too abstract. Um, as in, it doesn't have preview specifically here. These or this one's there is the advanced match geometry effect, which is a transition effect. So there is a need for visuals so that the user that is reading this thing can see how, like, point A to point B, what is the transition, how it works, why it works. What they show you is this. And that's it. And also, yes, Chris, 100%. That is basically what I said to Stony every time he tried to tell me something to do, because I didn't know what word were what. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, we just do this, right? You're here and you're like, well, I need this. So I know I need this as a base. I know I need a secondary one because I need the child one, and child is going to be Harvin. So then, yee. And, you know, and I need to run that to make sure that it works. But because I need to have like a print that I forgot. I just need the print, and then that the thing is we don't have the autocomplete, which is fucking me up. Uh, so you know. I don't know. It's just weird. Like specifically here, that makes no sense. Um, in terms of, like, I get it. You want me to understand that an array is basically in this format, but it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I mean, if you do that, then you will probably make banks for sure. Um, you know. Anyways, that's basically what I'm saying. I bitch You just want this. You don't want the rest. Oh, because I know it's because I can't. I can't type. I can't type. That's the reason. What did I do again? You just want this. Just that. Not the first one. I'm gonna kill people. Oh, it's because I did not do that. Yeah. Yeah. I see. I see. I see. I don't see then. Where did I make a mistake again? Right now, to be transparent, I've been looking at the I and the L to make sure that I have them in the right order. And I've been making sure that the C is capitalized and that the W is a W. But apparently, I'm making a mistake. Why? You just want me to... Dang. Oh. Sorry. My bad. Is it this again? Do I need to do that? Saying that they are integers inside? No. What the fuck? See? See? Makes no sense. We are so close. Oh. That's what I missed. Yes. Yes. That value, that Colin. Oh. It makes no difference. At the end of the day, if this one works and this one works, I don't like it makes no sense. Makes no sense. Anyways. So then in that tutorial, you end up in something else that has absolutely no point of interest for me in like having indexes and learning indexes. I know that. I wish there was an option to skip a fucking thing and go through the entire process again. But yeah, no, that's not the case. So this is a bit better because it is kind of overall, like if I have that and that makes sense, and then you have the layout, you understand things. Right now I'm understanding that I need a namespace in my view to make sure that I have the transition working. At some point, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm limited by my personal limitations, which is no good. Package manager, I don't care. Background blur, I don't care. Load animation, I don't care. Lazy grid, I don't care. Lazy stack, I don't care. Navigation view, I don't care. Links, I know how to type a link. Color picker, it's not necessary. Hover effect are useless on an app. Components, just you have something somewhere in another file. You're good. Binding are useful. I agree. Static data is basically hard-coded data, so you know. Like this thing, full screen model. If, and I understand, they want people to go through the website and buy the course or become a pro member at $19 a month. That's expensive. And then do things. But full screen model is called full screen cover. That's it. So like you have a full screen cover is presented, and then you have your trigger that is at the top, which is the binding you saw a second ago. That's it. And you don't need much to understand it, which is really good. So that's why I kind of prefer this thing. But if you just had the titles as dot full screen cover, if you are someone that is learning Swift UI, you kind of will understand that almost immediately, because you know that this is a modifier because it has a dot in the front, and then you know how it's kind of used because it is the same thing as a sheet. And because we've seen sheet before, like in some of the previous things, you should be able to know. So I don't know, there is something that is kind of weird. Same thing, like this is like if you had that as the title, it would make so much more sense. Then I don't know. Still. So yeah. I have an app that is working with, oh shit. I have an app that is working with Docker, and I haven't touched it in a good month, I think. I don't think we have dates. Oh, we do have dates. It's Docker. Yeah, last month. God damn. I don't understand it. Obviously. I don't really see the use as of right now, because, you know, most of my stuff is basically local. So there is no need for Docker as I understand it, but also I don't understand it, so you know. With the Reaper page, DMCA is safe, so you can take a look if you are impatient. Then going to the special page directly saves you some loading time. I mean, there is no DMCA that can happen because you will not have the sound on the stream. So that's the first thing. And then the image, it's not content ID'd. That should be fine. No, I got the thing because we had the sound going through, as far as I remember. But yeah. I'm already there. I'm already there. Aaron, hi. Welcome on in. Happy scam yourself. The study, it seems kind of slow. Again. I don't know how you can make it slower than when I was in Japan. I'm closer to you. It's the same for you, that it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Why did you want? Why did you want me to go in the specials? Why? Why? Oh. Oh. I see. I see you're just spending them. I appreciate it. It means you've been here. I did. I did click it. You bitch. Give me access. Which I'm guessing is this page, right? I mean, probably. Sorry. If I'm here, I know you're working on it. I know. I know. I know. But I'm there. That should scroll the page. I can only do it here, and it's scroll both at the same time. But you know. I understand. But you know. Selected all by default, as Maya was saying. That's pretty good. I appreciate that. And then the overall Hez, hi Hez. Hi, welcome. How are you? Welcome back. Do I need to click rip? I guess yes. Sorry, didn't work the first click. I still don't understand how it works. I'm not gonna ask again. I don't care. But at least you have everything selected, and then you can say, well, I don't want this one. That, to me, that's what I need. What would you want to autofill, though? I don't think that would be useful. Chris. Morton, hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. How's your day going? And yes, it is the MX Master. Sorry, I said hi. I didn't answer your question. Yes, it is the MX Master 3 macOS edition. I have the 3S in Japan, the white version. That's different, and it's good. I like it. But yeah, I don't think that's necessary, based on what Stony already has. The fact that subtitle will take basically 2 seconds to download if you don't have them, it's a pretty good thing. Stony has like a place to download subtitle if necessary, and then the cast member is basically coming from the MovieDB, which is a database that has the data. So yeah, I don't think user data is necessary right there. Because of this that we're using. Like, because this exists and has the data in question with everything, like the cast, the related things, if you have backdrops, posters, whatever, that is already like user generated, basically. So no necessity of anything. But I think IMDb is not open. Yeah. Dang. And Stony, I know I've teased you on that many times. Look at it. You see my mouse. You see the carousel. You see that I'm turning the thumb. You see how it works. Hmm? Anyways. You needed arrow buttons to navigate on TV. Anyways, going back there because that is kind of necessary here. I think the only, and even then, it's not like user data. It's more for aggregates. Like if a user has the same DVD and ripped that same DVD, you could hold and send to server the content, as in, oh, playlist 601 is episode 3. I don't know, that's probably not the case, but you know, something like this could potentially be a thing. But yeah. Yeah, that would be the only thing. I mean, at least to me. Bitch, you loud. I see the MCA free thing. That's pretty good. God damn, that was loud. Schizophrenic, hi, welcome back. It's not illegal to rip movies if you have them. Like if you own, if I go there and I decide to go into the TV, DVD, Blu-ray section, right? And I buy one, and I said that this is what I want. I'm buying it, and I have the physical thing, and then I just want a version on my computer because it would be way easier for me to just navigate and put everywhere on my system. Then I can rip the thing. So, yeah. And because places that rent DVD don't really exist anymore, yeah. Which is basically the goal of the No Mercy server. Like it's a replacement for Plex to ensure that you have the ability to get your own owned media and have the same experience as Netflix, but from wherever you are because you own your own server. So yeah, that's the thing. So ripping is legal as soon or as long as, for example, right now we are on Stoney's machine, technically. We are looking at what is currently in his disk bay, and currently there is the Legend of Korra Book 1 Air Disc 2 in the bay, and therefore I can rip that. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Nonetheless, back to this. Much better in terms of layout. Overall, I feel you may have the ability to put 3 columns instead of 2. But I don't know. The main thing that I don't really like is like the checks are in 2 different places. And I would say it would be better if you had video tracks, audio tracks, subtitle tracks, chapters, rather than video tracks, subtitle tracks, audio tracks, chapters. Like, because of the way that the checkbox are. That is a website that has been built by Stony. In the chat above you. Yeah, I do not consume the content right there also. And I do not use the website either. I'm building the design. Therefore, I need access to content. And yeah. I don't think 3 columns would work. I'm reverting that. I'm saying anything that is checkbox related to be on the same column, and then chapter to be wherever you the fuck you want, but like basically have these 3 stacks being together. Congrats me, 9,000. We did it. We did 9,000. Uh-huh. Slow clap to myself. Yeah, Chris, roughly, yeah. But yeah, that would be the main recommendation that I had that I would have here. Just to have all of the checkbox in one row so that you don't have to navigate left and right while scrolling. Like you can basically keep your pointer here and say, well, I just want this. And then you go back and then you say, well, I don't want this one. I do want this one, blah, blah, blah. And it's in the same spot. So your mouse movements are going to be limited. So that's the reason behind it. But yeah. Also, question, maybe that is just because now, why, when I'm pressing play, also I hope it's not going to blast sound again. Probably is. No, cool. This video is 16 seconds. Is it 16 seconds because the only thing that I have is 16 seconds? Or is it 16 seconds because this playlist's 601 is 16 seconds entirely? Like it seems that this is just the title, which is the entry. But now it's 19 seconds. It's max to 5 minutes. Okay, I see. So it's basically the same. It's the beginning for each of them. I see. So this is going to be kind of complicated. I know why you've done that. Like technically somewhere around here we should have the title of the episode, which just slided in. So we should know at this point which episode it is, and therefore you can go into this and say, well, this is probably going to be this one. Whatever. I don't know. But if you think of Dr. House, we don't have Will. We don't. If you think of Doctor House, if you think of Stargate, any other TV shows that is not like, and even newer TV shows, sometimes the title of the episode is not shown in the first 5 minutes. It can take like a good 10 minutes before you see the opening thing. So I don't know if that's good. And I don't know if the deselect always a good idea to put there, but yes. I'm thinking, Chris. You you only have 3 services? It was on Netflix, as far as I remember. I know region and all that, but it used to be here. Um, we used to have SG1 here. I think it has been removed on Netflix. Um, which is interesting. Dumb, but fine. Eh. Details. I would have the deselect all at the top where you had it, Stony. I think that would be better because it is on that column. Here it makes no sense. So I know it will push the card to be bigger and taller, and you don't want that right now, as far as I can tell. Would be better, though. Would be better. Yeah. I think I understand the region lock things for rights and right reserves for specific TV shows and movies and things, but it just doesn't make any sense when you have, like, you as in Netflix, you have the rights to a show in your home country. You should have the rights. I mean, everyone should just access the server that is related to that show when necessary. So instead of having like, oh, user 1 is accessing server 2, whatever, you know, I would just have like, oh, this show is not available in France, therefore you're going to access the UK server because it is there and it's available. Or for example, I'm looking for the like Japanese anime thing that I'm watching when I'm in Japan, and it's just not available in France, but it's available in Japan. Therefore, I'm just accessing the Japanese server. Makes way more sense. I don't know. It's weird. It's I said on the left side, on the left, that left above the video tracks, just where it was. Just there. Right there. Because it's not wasting space, it's enhancing the user experience. Everything that is clickable is going to be on the left side. Like that's the thing. The only other action that you can do that is on the other side is going to be the play button, if you need it. But if you just know, because you know, then you can just scroll through and say, well, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, and I don't need this one either. However, I do need this one. and that's it. And I didn't have to do like which is, I know it's similar movement types, but it's in one row. And if I really don't move much, I can just be here and say, well, I'll just uncheck that specific checkbox specifically because I know. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the reason. Everything roughly in the same spot, same space, and anything else that is like necessary, it's gonna be on the other side. So you have, yeah, that's better. I don't know why you have chapters. Like, it's just not necessarily helpful to me. But I mean, if you need it, you need it. Like, yeah, fine. I know. I know. I see. Again, it is Wednesday and it's 7 or past 7 here. I'm getting all the notifications of my bank accounts getting not removed, but like deleted. It's annoying. Anyways, if the chapters are useful, I would say the duration should be next to the chapter, or like full duration, that chapters, so that you can see the things. I think that would work in terms of making it easier for the user to kind of grasp the things, and it all will also help you to gain height, small amount of height, but still something. So duration either at the bottom, I think, like having what I'm saying is having the duration there, like underneath the chapters or above the chapters, whichever. But like duration being 24:01 and chapter 5 being 24:01, 23:57, 23:57. I feel like the chapter 5 is always in that department the end chapter, and so there is a chapter that is basically, oh, this is the end screen, which will take like 6 milliseconds. But yeah, that would kind of help in terms of readability. And I still don't understand this. In terms of usefulness, I know what it is. I know I'm supposed to do this, but you know, why did you move me? Why did I move? What happened? Yeah, I know that this is what names the output files, but good job. But it's just, I don't know why it's bothering me. That's the thing. That's why I don't like it. It's bothering me for some reason, and I can't understand why. Other than, unless you click the play button, you can't know. At least that's how I perceive it. Like, if I do this, I will see the beginning and potentially the title, right? When it's not blurred. So when I'm arriving on this specific spot, right about, come on, there, you could see like the black thing, black text sliding up. I see this, I would know. So right there on these TV show, I need to wait 19 seconds before it can be good. And I know, but that's the thing that I don't like, because if I have to, I feel like it's gonna be a waste of time. Specifically, also, again, same thing, assumption on my side, because you already have this, like you have the full list, or at least from what you are showing me, you have the full list of the names that are potentials. I don't know how you get it. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. But that is like not necessarily making a lot of sense to me. You said that last time, which is why, I mean, last time being on Monday, which is why it doesn't make any sense either to me. On the box, you wouldn't have something called playlist 00601. Right? You would just have the name. So if that's disc 2, episode 1, that means it's not this, right? It's probably meaning that it's 0001, probably. I don't know. But even then, if you have that and you know that, that's weird. Okay. So basically what would happen is you have the box, because obviously you have the box, and then you get the disc 2 first playlist, which is the first episode that you see, which is disc 2 episode 8, which means once you have that and you know that the first episode is episode 8, you kind of imply that like 602 is episode 9, right? I'm guessing that's probably a thing. Also, false. Hi, welcome in. I'm going to answer your question in a second. If that's the case, could you, it's a could, I don't know, automate this, saying once you have selected the first one, 602 is going to be the next in line in the array of names that we have, and therefore we pre-fill everything until change patterns, as in 250, we don't know. 250, we don't know what it is, so I'm not gonna pre-fill that with the array. But if we have playlist something and the numbers are following each other, you just follow through for the rest of the list, if that's an option. But welcome on in, Foss. The LCR in the schedule means L is a learning day, C is a creation day, and R is a review day. So if you have questions that are specific to a project that you have and you want like a big review, it's mostly going to be on Fridays. But if we have something that we need to create, as of today, for example, we need to create this Ripper
Foss
interface.
Unleashed is now following.
Thanks a lot for the follow, appreciate it. Today's a creation day, so we create something, and then on learn day, I'm trying to learn stuff, you're trying to learn stuff, I'm teaching you stuff. I mean, I'm teaching you stuff every time, but you know, dang. But yeah. That's the idea. As always, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Whatever. We don't really have like specific topics. There is an overall topics of the day with the LCR, but that's about it. Are you sure that will cause annoyance in some users? That sounds like a me thing, yes, Chris. If today's a battle day, that's good. That's a good thing. At least you have some progress, I guess. It's... I said that last time when we were doing the you don't know about it design challenge. You didn't hear me talk about it ever. You don't know what I'm talking about. To me, system knows. That is something that is like global, common on every platform. System knows. So if I have something where the system can know and knows already, it should pre-fill as much as it can to give me the data. And that makes way more sense to me. But you know. I see your screenshot. I don't know what it means. Other than 605 is the 2-hour one, which is basically everything in one. Just weird. But, yeah. How do you get the titles and things, though? Is it just by saying, oh, we detected that this is The Legend of Korra Book 1, and therefore from the movie DB we are getting the titles? Is that what you're doing? If that's the case, then I get it. Different patterns, things, behaviors, stuff. I see. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Good job, Chris. Congrats. I don't know. That's the truth. I don't know. I'm going back to what we said on Monday and what Maya said as well, which made you, I don't know, but you decided to do that anyways. Made you have everything selected by default. Going back to the discussion that we had, being at some point you said something that now I'm thinking about, which is maybe you have everything except like episode 8 or something. And so you know that you just want episode 8. Therefore here, the annoyance would be you need to go back and unselect everything because you don't need everything except episode 8, right? For some reason, the previous rip kind of corrupted episode 8, so it's broken and you don't have something. Now, I'm debating having a button that says deselect all, like from everything. that would just deselect the entire thing. But I don't know. I don't know. Isn't it from the DVD itself that you know have? Dang. Like, you know that there is tracks, and therefore you're getting the thing. Isn't that how? Napsy, hi, welcome on in. How are you? Didn't take off the ring right there. I could have. God damn. Hi, sir. How are you? Napsy, how's everything? How's the gym working thing? Oh, god damn. I'm hurt. That is what comes in my brain. Yes. No, not you. Good. I could possibly store a record of the origin stating it's from disk 2 playlist X. Yes. Nonetheless, going back to my thinking, sorry, my brain is, I heard sounds, it's fine. The vast majority of things, when you have a software like yours, you want to digitize everything you own, and therefore it will be usually disk 1 in the computer, rip, doing nothing else, like not going in and unchecking stuff, right? Just getting it, rip, whatever. I just want this thing, give it to me. And then if one of them is corrupted for some reason, something didn't work, which I doubt, you will do something good. You know, I mean, I trust you for that. If that happens, then you need to go back in and unselect everything. Why? Yeah. I don't know. It feels like something that should be based on the most common use cases, not on the edge case as always. Like, the edge case should happen and should be taken into consideration, but the edge case is not necessary. And the most common case is going to be what happens. So I do think the selected, like, select all, god damn it, select all by default is good, so that people can just see that and have everything selected. There's also other things that I'm debating, and that's more for you, that you will say no. I know that. Brace yourself. Playlist 1 or playlist 601, duration is 24 minutes. Duration is 23 minutes. Duration is 24 minutes. 24 minutes. 6 minutes. That's a menu. That's an extra. That's something that is not necessarily an episode itself. So if you have the ability to skip based on length, that could be something good, if that's an option. However, shit, I can't type. Usual example. These are not 20 minutes, and their length is probably going to be the same as uh, the menu of the disc, right? This is like 2 minutes. So that on its own is potentially an issue. Anyways, my thing is patterns, pattern recognitions. I like that. Um, but it's just 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 14 minutes. I don't know. 3 minutes. I don't know. 9 minutes. Ah. I think for me in my head, right? That's it's annoying. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of work on your end. It's a lot of work on the computers or the server of the person that is running the server. But it is a match of The Legend of Korra Book One Air is something we already have, right, in here. Um, there's two R's. Anyways, we have that. So, um, yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying you could simplify their lives, give them or leave them the ability to do the effort and the process and all the things, but they will appreciate it when the effort is simplified. Like they want to have the granularity and all the things, but if you can know, like again, yeah, but you can. I'm not saying skip 3 steps. I'm saying simplify the step that we keep in order to have the most efficient workflow for these people rather than have like yeah we just skipped 3 steps. No, we want efficiency based on the type of things. Again, ripping is not necessarily the main point, but you know, I'm not saying make choices for the users. I'm saying simplify what you can for the user. So we know that this is a TV show with like seasons, whatever. Book one has specific seasons. Episodes are these lengths. Like I'm thinking that in there this is 23 minutes. I don't know if it's detailed and specified, if it's exactly 23 or if it has like the seconds and all that. But if it does, and if you do have this, you like, oh, we've detected that. Like it's something that I said many times of how simplified some of the UI that I'm working with on the UI that I've built have been beneficial for the users. As in, you import something and the system tells you, oh, we've detected that you imported an Excel file that has the same title as the previous one. Is it the same? Do you want to replace it? And it's a yes or no section. If it's a no, then you're good. You don't do anything. If it's a yes, then just replace it. And so for you, if you have the thing that says, here is the like yes, here is the disk that you are currently having in the drive bay or in the disk bay that we have in this computer. We want to rip it. That's the name, that's the title of the disk, that's what we know. Based on that, I, as the system, I'm gonna do a research or a search in the MovieDB to check what it is. I see book one, I see The Legend of Korra, I know what it is based on Same thing here, like Legend of Korra something, book 1 is the season, and it is currently on disc 2, so that means that the first episode is not the first one. I don't really care about that, it's a detail. If I can know, like if I can, I would prefer, personally, to see that, oh, so Welcome to the Republic City, or Welcome to Republic City is 23 minutes, and it is the first long episode, and let's say, for the sake of the argument right now, we're currently on book 1, not book 2, disc 1 and not disc 2. Here we see playlist 1, 23 minutes. Therefore, by deduction, we think it's this. And this is not necessarily something that is set in stone right there. It could be something that says automated, like a bit of a tag in the front that says automated. And that will just let the user say, oh yeah, it's automated on this. We have detected that this should be this, based on the disk, based on where we are. And therefore, as soon as you say, yes, that's it, we validate the rest because it is in the order, it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. And I agree that there is so many things that could go wrong with that, based on the fact of how DVDs, Blu-rays, I don't know, but DVDs are set up in a very specific way. And they all follow, as you said, they all follow the same playlist number content pattern. You can 100% say, oh, that's the first episode of that disc. Did I close it on your finger? Also, second thing, I know this is, as you said, this is the API that needs to be in place on your side, and that's for later. But same thing, logic or common sense. I'm the owner of the Lord of the Ring trilogy or master book, whatever thing, which contains The Hobbit, which contains The Lord of the Rings, which contains the extras, the making ofs, the whatever, right? If I have this and I want to rip the entire thing and put it on the Mercy, common sense will say, I will not start with the third movie. Common sense will say, I will put the first movie in and I will rip that. And then I will put the second movie in and I will rip that. And then you get the idea. So, with common sense, again, the probability of a user starting a rip of this TV show right there through season 2 or disc 2 is unlikely. And as soon as you know that you already have book 1 and it already has been passed and already has been like associated with the data, and you have the data and you know the things, if season 1 episode 1 has been used and already linked to another elements prior, it shouldn't be an option here. Like, it's not an option. You can't really have a second disc with the same content. You could, I know. Just because we have detected that, in my eyes, we shouldn't. Does that make sense? Like, if I rip this, I have this here. If I put the second disc, this should be grayed out. Like, it, by the logic, by the logic, I should have book one first. I'm ripping the entire thing, and I'm associating. Maybe I'm associating manually, right? Even if that's the thing. I'm doing episode 1, 2, 3, whatever, up until I'm reaching the end point. And then when that's done, I have everything that I can have. And we said that the disc 2 is episode 8. Based on that, when I'm putting on disc 2, or the thing that is going to be called Legend of Korra Book 1, disc 2, all the things that I already selected up until 7 are going to be grayed out because it's just in the common sense path of what happened. And it's probably going to happen in the span of the same day. Probably. But yeah. Does that make sense? That's my point. No. It is the logic. At least it is the logic in my head. It is the same thing that happened when we were on Clark Hero streams on Friday, where he was trying to get the logic, and the way that I frame logic kind of works for some people. And so when I explained what should be passed and how it should work, he basically said, yes, that's a good idea. That's a better way of thinking about it than what I have right now. So we'll put that in place. And he did. And it works. And we're happy with it. But you know, like just it again, not removing steps, just simplifying the steps for the people that are needing them. And you can still go there and say, well, I need this as well. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Or I just want to unselect Spanish. Same thing. Like, again, to me, I know, unlikely that I keep the French track on all of them except one. So if I'm here and I'm like, yeah, I don't want, well, I do want like everything except the French, it just mimics the rest. If I'm doing this on the first one, just the first one, first entry, right? I don't need Spanish. I might need the DKS English and the AC3 English so that I can have it on my phone or whatever. And then if I have English audio, English subtitle potential for some people, they do like it, so I would keep that. But that's it. So based on the first card, I would kind of mimic the thing, and then if the second card the person say, well, I need French as well, then it's just like, for this one it has French as well. And then they can go through everything, but they will see that everything has been pre-selected with these as a default. So you know, so they say, hi, welcome in, welcome back. I have. They are growing. They are longer. There. You can see the difference of color right here. That needs to go. But that needs to grow. I need to grow from the bleach ball. God damn it. Good job. I do. I mean, I look back like a band member, yes. You've seen that, right? In the past. You've seen that. Not the same, but kind of the same. Kind of the same. I don't. I was a singer on this one, and I think I would have liked to continue, but because of my ex, I gave up. I'm blaming her for that. But yeah, she was kind of complaining about the fact that I wasn't spending enough time with her and spending a lot of time with the group and all that, you know. So I kind of left the band, which is not good. I should have stayed. But yeah. It's fine though. It's fine. I don't think I would have continued way longer, but I can't know. I can't know. Cannot know. So yeah, Stony, that's, I'd say that's the whole thing for me. Logic wise, on the first makes more sense. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Like it again, it doesn't make any sense to have one episode in Spanish and not the other ones. It doesn't make any sense to have all the episodes except one. Just not really. I mean, it kind of does, but it's weird. And that's true. It's not a question I asked in the beginning, which I should have. I should have. That's on me. Okay, that's on me. What happened if, when, I'm asking a very different question. It's a different topic, but it could help in this department. Anyways, I'm moving pages. If I'm here and I'm like, you know what? I want to delete that from the server. I'm doing it here. But do we have a way to do multiple at once? Like managing the content of the server. Like a table view of everything you have in your server. Is that a thing? I know I'm asking for different stuff. But like if I have the libraries here, it might be interesting to have content as well. And just give the ability to the user to say, or here, like I'm unchecking things or rechecking things and saying like this, and that. You can scrap them. We don't need them anymore. I see. I mean, I don't see because I didn't see, but yeah. there. Thank you. Yes, I know. I remember, indeed. I mean 99.5 is coming. That sounds kinky as fuck. That is weird. Yes, that is weird. That is interesting. Huh. Huh? Hmm. Not really. I'm looking at something and I'm like, it could be good, but also I'm unsure. Yeah. I think that's what we had in my head, which is for the logs, but it's the same. Like, I mean, to me, it feels like this is an okay thing. Huh. I have a notification on my phone that says your watch streak, my watch streak. It's telling me that it's still calculating. I've been here every day. For reasons. But yeah, that's basically what I had in mind for the things, potentially with a folder navigations type. So something similar to this to me, or something similar to like regular list columns like this, where you have like your content. It can go deeper. If you have multiple TV shows, or like TV shows, multiple seasons, episodes, whatever, if you needed to bring something through, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know. But that whole segment, oh, I absolutely forgot to do that. Goddamn. Well, that's gonna refresh itself, right? Yeah, bitch. Oh, it's so cool. Sorry. I didn't post. I should have posted. Too late. Too late. The whole point being, as much automation as we can have for pre-filling content, and as much link as possible to define content ripping is gonna help. It, to me, it is the same thing as back in the day when I used to rip DVDs and CDs. I had presets, and I had like basically a profile, something that was defined on my own for ripping, which is basically what you have in your profiles, like coding profiles here, which is, it's the same content. I know, it's the same. But to me, it's the first one. Like the first one is the defining profile of the rip for the rest of the content. So if I'm here and I'm like, this is episode 1, it goes to the next, as in, okay, episode 1 is 24 minutes. That means that in the range of plus minus 3 minutes, I guess, it's an episode, and therefore this one is going to be by default pre-filled as episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this one is 8, but it has a lot more content, so maybe this is like kind of different. And that's it. Always the first one. The first one in the row, like at least to me, the first one that is displayed is gonna be the entry playlist, like the first episode or the first content on the disc. So this is gonna be the defining thing. And if I'm here and I'm like, well, I don't need French and I don't need Spanish for that DVD, for that TV show, the likelihood in that specific thing of me having to go back and say, well, this, I don't need these two, I don't need these two, and that's like 2 clicks every time. And for something like a very big Blu-ray thing that have, I don't know, 16 audio tracks, it's gonna be a pain. So if the first one, like user define, this is the first one, like that's defined as the first, I get that, cool. We define the rest as, okay, so if that's first, that's probably second, guessing. So you can see, the user will see, like, that's marked as second call, that makes sense. And then as soon as they do this, this one is basically unchecked. But if they do this, this one is not rechecked. Like this one is the parent template to follow for the rest of the episodes. So to me, that would be the easiest thing to do. Because you just say, well, I have this, I need the video track for sure. Duh, for a TV show. And then I need the audio track, but I don't need the French audio track, and I don't need the Spanish audio track. And therefore, it's less ripping, less data on my side, easier on the drives and the storage and all that. So yeah. Well, no. You can just propagate every time the first one is modified. I could, again, the likelihood of a user saying, oh, I'm going to modify this and then go back to the first. Slim. Probably not going to happen. So basically what I'm saying is, This, there is an action, event listener, shit, whatever, propagate. Stop propagating when it's done. Like basically as soon as that's done, that's it. And then I'm doing a secondary action, propagate. And therefore, if I'm here and I do this, or I do this one, it doesn't affect the first one, it doesn't affect the rest. It's just, this has been propagated. But it's unlikely that you wanted to have these two on the first one, but not on the second one. It makes no sense. So, like, this is the template. And if you want this to be like explanatory, yeah, I guess explanatory is going to be the thing. I do that. Bitch, what the fuck? A half pixel? Really? I'm teasing you. I know. It's not a you thing. That's it's a this bitch thing. It's fine though. I don't really care. Not how to do it, but one way of doing it. Right, it's just a marker, just something that states your settings on this one are going to be used as a template for the rest of the disk. So anything you do in here is going to be reflected on the rest. That's it. That's it. Very, very simple thing. I'm putting it in purple because that way it keeps the theme, but it's not necessarily purple thing. Can be whatever the fuck you want. You know. Yeah, it's just like, this is just gonna be a template, and we make your life easier by having templates. And that's it. Yeah. It doesn't take a lot of space. It doesn't take a lot of, I mean, this kind of does. But at least you have like a bit of a marker, something that just states, yeah, well, that's the first episode that's going to be used as a template. And technically, again, users here, they press a button. They see the thing move underneath. They're going to be like, what the fuck? What happened? And then you try again, and it just re-enable this. And they're like, oh, cool. And then they read the text that is underneath, and they're like, that's the reason. You know. Very simple. Same thing, if you do deselect all, it will just deselect all for all because the template. And if you just go back here, specific, easy stuff. I'm gonna kill the neighbors, but that's a me thing for later. I don't understand how you can be so loud and not mindful of the rest of the people around you. Ah, goddamn. um, I'm trying to find the right sentence, the right wording for this to make it make more sense. And take it, it will not give you anything good right there. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have the color, it doesn't have anything. Not gonna be able to get it. Technically, it's the same thing as this. It's an icon and a text. So if you want to reuse one of these, you could as layout based. But what I'm debating right now is the importance of it. Like right now, it is currently at 100% white in terms of opacity, which is not necessarily good. But you know. Thing is, 11 is going to be way too light. But it's the progression, so that's the thing. It could also be inside of the container itself rather than being outside, if that's something that you would prefer to have. 100% an option. But I do like the context of having it underneath, obviously. Good.
Mom?
Yeah. Me too. Since it's used as a template for the rest of the disk, this is weird. I think I want to remove the entry because it makes no sense. So your settings. Of the disk, maybe. can still edit the other individually if needed. It feels weird, it feels wrong, I don't like it. Yeah. I don't think... Mm. Fogel, hi. Welcome back. How are you? I'm working on text. I hate text. It's been a thing. I'm currently working on this. Should just bring back that file there. Working on this specific things, which is the ripping section of the platform, and I have been preaching the fact that it would be better for the user if it was like an automated-ish behavior, as in for the first episode in a disc that you are ripping, that is like a TV show, for example. If I'm unselecting something, it should be linked or sent to the next episode as well, and therefore just propagate across. And I'm trying to think about the text that needs to be there, and I'm not sure just yet. I'm on the paid plan, which is kind of sad because it's gonna be upgraded in price. I think Ilya had a very good point. Right there. Like, we would love that. Because we don't really give a shit about dev mode. We don't really give a shit about FigJam. We don't really give a shit about slides. And just for the pro thing, we should have like a tier for just Figma design, because we just care about the design thing. Dev mode is okay, but yeah. Yeah, I think as soon as you have like Figma design and access to the plugins, you're kind of good. Nah, Chris, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, no, there is still a free version, for sure. There will still be a free version. You will still have access to everything in professional if you are a student as well. If you have your student card, you can do that. I'm I don't think I have that. One second. Um, What the fuck is that thing? I can't find it. Right there. I know you know. But Figma, reminder, upcoming changes, but also subscription renewal. Like you receive the emails on every subscription renewal that will happen. So, you know, yeah. But yeah, it's pissing me off because it's going from the usual current state of things at $16 a month to the new pricing, which is going to be 18, which is not much, I know, but that's giving me from 165 a year to 211 per year, which is a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's very easy to remove seats. Again, when I received that email, I just went in, removed the access seats, and be good with it. You could just have that in a bitch. You could have that in a brain. A reminder, an automation reminder. Like for example, I have my injection every month, so roughly at the same time as Figma is renewing, to an extent, like on the 12s. And if you have like a reminder on your calendar that says, well, on this day is going to be 1 week before the renewal, just check your billing section in Figma. And so you just have to go in your like admin section and then billing, and then you have, or people technically, and then remove the people that you don't need in your thing. If I do that, I'm gonna leak some emails again. It happened before. You were not here. But yeah, I don't know. Again, that's the thing. I don't know about the text there. But that is I think that would be great. And Sketch is 100% like good. That's your point as well. Yeah, Sketch has a web version, which is basically for the multiplayer things. So anything that is happening on the designer side on the Mac is not necessarily multiplayer. But if you have or need, like they have the collaborate in real time, which is not the same, but it's kind of the same. But if you need, as someone that is on Windows, need to have access to the file and see things, then you can have the web app inspector, which is not the same. Which is not the same. It's just a viewer. Which that fucking landing page. Every time. So good. So this is what you can do on the web version, which it's limited, but it's their goal or their implementation of dev mode in a way. Anything that is on the web is free. So any dev that you work with, it's pretty good. I'm really happy with what they have. If it wasn't re-breaking my entire brain, I would have switched 2 months ago when I tried again. I mean, not 2 months ago, 3-4 months ago now, because it is pricingly better. like $120 just for the regular Mac. It's pretty good. It's the same, right? 12 times this, it's the same. But you know, like you have the license and then you have the tool forever. It's just one license for one seat for your computer. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe one day. I don't know. However, I need to disclose that. Disclose that right now. This is coming soon. And this might take over. I don't know much. I don't know much. But this could take over. It seems to be a pretty good version of a mix between Figma and Framer and Webflow and Sketch together in a way that seems better. Overall. And they do have like a ton of things that are really shader based for like the animations and content. So there is a ton of things similar to Unicorn Studio or Unicorn Studio, Modify, all of that. So could have a ton of good things coming off of this, but again, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that could take over based on the fact that it might allegedly be good for designers and for devs and for no code and for implementations and, you know. Stuff. It's mostly, it is promising, but it's not like, it's not going to be on the first draft or the first accessible version for sure. It's going to be shit for a while and it's going to be better. I know. But yeah, anyways. So yeah. That's the paper things. That's gonna be the paper things. Good job, Stoney. It's still wrong, but good job. Look at it. That's what? That's 5 pixel taller. You should be good. Yeah. Much better. Good. I don't think this secondary text is a good idea. I'm still thinking about it. I think the first one is good. The second one, I don't know. Yeah, no, because I was thinking about it, and then I had questions, but I don't think this is necessary. A good job. At this time of day, mm-hmm. I see. I see. Nah, not gonna happen. I don't know. I mean, technically, we're at 12. And this one is supposed to be 16. Kinda. Yeah. Lupo, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks a lot for chatting. Appreciate it. I don't know. There's something that is pissing me off here in terms of the space at the bottom and the space at the top. It is the same. It is mathematically the same. The reason why it's pissing me off is because of the border. The border is blending through, and it feels like it's different. It's not. Interesting. Well, concentration issues and focus issues might not be necessarily ADHD. There's a ton of more stuff that needs to be checked to make sure that you have it or don't have it. If you just can't concentrate, that isn't a diagnostic. But it is one of the traits. Yes. Yeah, it still doesn't understand that it's the same person twice. So, it means that instead of having confettis at 10, you have confettis at 9. Roughly. So, yeah. It's fine though. Yeah. I did keto diet at some point. Yeah. I think number 100 you get confettis that are gold. Gold confettis. No, I'm from France, sadly. South Africa, but still further up. very French, sadly. Very, yes, very French. It. Chris, I can't live without potatoes. That's not like a keto thing. It's just I can't live without potatoes. The amount of times and most days, not every day, but most days, the thing that I'm receiving for food is a box of food so I can cook for myself. In these, usually there are bags of potatoes, of 500 grams of potatoes, and I usually eat one bag for lunch on my own. So yeah, that happens at times. I like potatoes. I like potatoes. I don't know. Well, if you like them boiled and you have an oven or an air fryer, I have a air fryer, which helps. But you can just you can boil them and then you can just roast them. There is like the that doesn't help indeed. There are these, which, like, these accounts on my feed that are just creating potatoes recipes of any kinds, and I'm seeing that every day, and you know, if you are boiling potatoes, which is what I was saying, you do this. You just this is a lot of steps for no reason, but you can just grill them in the oven if you have a oven, and you just need to smash them flat, and then you put that in the oven, and I mean that looks delicious. The first phase, yeah, I eat, but that, god damn, so good. But yeah, like there is plenty of things that are just so good, and yeah, as a French, this is basically a millefeuille, a millefeuille. But yeah, it's so good, it's so good. Anyways, if you are on TikTok and you like potatoes, we recommend this person. And yes, Chris, they are amazing to eat, but annoying to prepare. Yes, it takes way too much time, which is why a hair fryer save your life. This is a very millennial moment right there. Since I bought a hair fryer, I didn't really cook anything else than things in the hair fryer. So I put potatoes in there, like I cut them, put them in there. I wait 15 to 20 minutes, and then I put chicken, salmon, whatever on top of it, like, and I put them back for 10 minutes. And then I'm done. I don't have much to clean. I just clean the air fryer and you know. That's not good. That is not good. But yeah. Buy a hair fryer. I bought one for $60, which is really good. I'm still waiting for the thing to go through. It's not there yet. We'll go through that. That fixed everything, Stony. That system that I defined. Well, that's a for each, Stony. You click that for each of the rest. Same action. I'm kidding. I don't know how to tackle that either. You know that. But yeah, that fixes the thing that I was talking about earlier, which is if I'm here and I'm like, I only need episode 6, and I know that is this one, I can just deselect all, and it deselects all of the other ones, and then I select this one specifically because I can do that. I feel like that's a pretty easy way. However, if I need episode 8 and we are on disc 2 and it's the first one, I will need to do manually everything else and unselecting the rest manually. So that's a thing. But again, the potential and the behavior should never happen. Like, you will not. I will not. You will not do just one episode. Probably. That's the thing. The other thing that I was thinking about earlier is the checks. If episode, content, movie, CD, whatever already exists, and you are just re-ripping it, why not just override the content that already exists with the new one, or simply not rip and say, oh, we, so that you already have it on your server? Are you sure you want to duplicate that? Do you want to overwrite? I think that would be good. I think that would be good. Yes. What's happening here? But yeah, I feel like that could be nice to see, like on the rip, on that page. No, that's not what I wanted. Depends. I don't know. It's not something that I do, or let me rephrase that. It's not something that I usually do. Game assets. However, this is my drawing skills in this tool. That's a picture. And that's what I did. I don't know if that's answering your question. Maybe. But yeah. If I know what I need to do, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's just assets. Debatable. Like elements. I don't know. Anything else though, it's fine. But just assets. I don't know. I think in the beginning, specifically in game dev, you should use the assets that you have that are kind of free that you can use, and make a game with the free assets that are available. And then once, like once you have the content or the things, and you know that, like, I don't know, that sword that was in the game asset library that you had is not gonna be good, or it needs something different, then you can just do something. Like, for example, this is a bit different, but you know, different's not bad. In the thank you. In that view, for example, this is the thing that I build. There is no. I think the assets that I have are going to be the milestones section and the coins as well. Like most of the coins that are like working with the phone gyroscope thingy. I guess these are the assets that I've built, but that's not necessarily assets per se. The icons, yeah. I mean, the icons. The app is built. It built. But the thing that I've done here, like these coins, are made in Figma, yeah. The thing is, the version that I have in Figma is kind of different than the one I have made in code. As in, instead of having that as an image, I have this as a background and this as an overlay and this as a overlay. You can't really see it here. It's really subtle. It has like a bit of a blue thing. If I change the background, I think like it has a secondary shadow-ish thing that helps kind of give us like a deeper groove on the coin itself. And so these three layers are stacked on top of each other so that the background can rotate. And the divots are also like kind of metallic, kind of works better than this. This is what I'm using on the Android version. There. But yeah. But these are assets in a way. Very simple, very easy to have. I did like a ton of icons. At some point, we have like 3,000 icons in this UI kit, which is pretty good. But if you're looking for games assets, like shit like this could work. I'm currently using these a lot for the secondary app that I'm building, but yeah. Like today I did like the asset matching with the types per like the category, and that's gonna be something, maybe, I don't know yet. I don't know. Will probably work, but nah. It's a tad annoying. Like there are a ton of them in the Apple ecosystem that I can't have. Like the rental car, the parking, it's the same thing. Where the fuck you at? I think the go-karts are the same. So, yeah. Not the best. Not the best. Anyways. Estonia is basically what I'm thinking as a potential. Of like oh that's why. Something like this, like even I don't think the actions are necessary anyways, but something that says it seems you already have this content in your server, or on your server, or in your server. Like that. The system or the ID that I have is similar to this. So if I'm on Pinterest, for example, and I'm like going through things and I find something once, like this is not gonna work, but like I find something once, or I go into, let's go into the search. And let's say this is something that I like. Sometimes if I already have it, I'm gonna have like a bit of a notification at the top that says, oh, it seems you already have that. Now let me find something that I know for sure that I have. That is probably probably not. God damn it. That thing. You see? That's what I'm talking about. Like it seems you already have that. Like in this point, it's not an it seems, but it's like you already have that in that specific board, and you can add it to another board if you want. That's not an issue, but it's just like it already exists in your saved. So here, I personally would have that. Like this name we detect based on the MovieDB titles and things, how you are detecting things. It seems you already have this in your server, but technically content not necessary. Shit. It's just something, and then if you want to rip it again, you rip it again, that's fine, but just so you know, you already have that. So I feel like this is something that could be beneficial at the end of the day. I don't know what you think about it, but feels like an improvement, at least for me, to make sure that the user doesn't add the same content multiple times and re-rip the same thing. They already have it. Probably gonna be better. But I don't know. Depends. Oh, you know what? I could let you plug in. You want me to be annoying or not? Yes, I'm asking. I'm thinking, I'm thinking. Could be the other side. Could be the other side. I just don't want to diminish the readability in there. It should be fine anyways, but adding that could be a thing. And the initial idea I had was adding some more details, like, let me see if I have them. I think they are on the other boards. Oh, goddamn. We're not gonna find that. Kind of similar to this, but like not exactly. I don't think it matched, though, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more. Like for one more second. I don't think it will match in terms of presentation of this, because it is an information-based content rather than a feature addition. It's just like making this section a bit more fun. I know, we don't really care. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, you know. Just making stuff fun. Might not work for you because right now you're in gray. Gray theme is going to be kind of bad for that. But also gray theme is in the settings, or that page specifically, so debatable. But yeah, I was thinking about shit like this. subtle details, small gradients. All day. Could work. Could work. Yeah, I like that. I think that kind of works. I know you flipped the info and chapters in terms of the column, but that's, I think, to me, that's a tad better. It does work. Tad better. You know what I mean. The initial take for me in my head was the how's it called? The accessibility patterns that I wanted to have, which is the thing that we've done in, I think, Streamfile. These, you know, something like this at the end, just to bring some things, details, patterns, stuff. If you've never seen this, by the way, pretty useful thing. But if you have color-based content to say, well, this is a very specific type of case study, this is a very specific type of case studies, whatever, and then you encounter someone that is colorblind or has acromy, which is this. The only one that is kind of different is this one. The other ones are kind of the same. Whereas, if you are doing this with a pattern, something that is recognizable visually and in color, for some of the people, or for the people that have colors, pigments in their eyes and all of that, they're good, no issues there. However, for people that have acromy, then they can still see and recognize the different types of content without really having to read the titles. That's a very useful thing to have. And right now I was thinking about having this or this in the corner right there. I don't think it's gonna work, but you know, tiny things, details, really useful though. Highly recommend. Yeah, I don't think that's that's gonna be a mess. Ah. You know. This is the least feasible thing in CSS. It's just a stack of gradients in your fill. That makes no sense. It would be easier for me to make them small circular elements in CSS shapes rather than anything else, but you know, that's faster. That is faster. You will never do that anyways, so I'm fine with it. Yeah. What else would this need? Other than a divider, I don't think anything else is necessary. To me, it works. It's easy to understand. It's fast if you do the thing. It's fast for any types of users, power users or non-power users, and it gives you the granularity of being precise in what you want based on your ripping. I would say, based on the fact that you already have encoding profiles, would you have ripping profiles? Can that be a thing? I don't know. Like, if that's a thing, if you can rip things based on the profile that you have defined in your encoding already, could be interesting to do both at the same time. I mean, you probably already do, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it. You probably do both. You probably just do, I'm ripping the thing, encoding the thing, hosting the thing. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say the only weird thing is that this deselect all right there. That is just out. It is just out. So, you know, Marmalade, hi, welcome in. These? Or is that slate 8? Are we in elevation? Elevation 0? No. 10? Oh yeah. Cool. Stroke is going to be an elevation 0, right? A 2. Tension 1. I see. 1 point. You have that at 12 for no fucking reason. Heroin, welcome back. I mean, that's a good thing to combat. I get that. Spent 5 hours trying to rebuild perfect one using Tailwind. Well, I mean, these are really simple. They are coming from
Mom?
obviously. And they are like really simple to have in place. Basically, if you want to understand the concept or the construct of it, it is, bitch, dang. So you basically have a gradient layer. Overall, it is a flat button, but you have a gradient layer that is simply a white layer from the top to the bottom at 24% at the top and 0% at the bottom. It just creates that slight gradient without giving you too much. The thing that is good with this is that with that in mind, it can take whatever like if you wanted this to be red, it could. If you wanted this to be purple, it could. And it's just that easy because the gradient is set as an overlay rather than in color. So it will work in any situation unless you put like a white button, you know. Don't do that. And then in order to get like the effects, you have two simple things. You have an inner shadow at the bottom that is giving you like that kind of edge at the bottom, and then you have the same thing, an inner shadow at the top that gives you the highlight at the top. So it mimics the fact that the button itself has a bit of a bevel kind of thing, and with one face, only one face, and then it has a bit of a drop shadow to give you like have a good rest of your day, Chris. Take care of your points. I'm sad, but yeah, it would have been good. I mean, I'm sure if you wait a bit. But yeah, pick up yourself. That's about it. You have a drop shadow, and it works on both platforms. The only thing that we have as an addition, which is not necessarily good, is a border. I have a border that is in the darkest color possible so that it creates some sort of a visual slot in which the button is located. So it has physicality. So similarly to this one, it has like that slot element, the like the border thing. Can you fit the fucking thing? Dang. And so it feels like it's going in. Getting deep in the slot. That's the concept. So yeah, that's the idea. It's really simple to put in place, and the only thing that you need to take into consideration is here on pressed, you reverse that overlay. Instead of having it from white at the top at 24% to white at the bottom at 24%, you just make it black, and it make it as if it was darker than it should. So it has that basically convex in regular state, and then when you press it, it becomes concave, meaning that the top that was highlighted before is going to be darkened. So that's the AD. That's the only difference in between these states, and then obviously the background color is changing to match. But yeah, it is really simple, and it should take you 3, 4 4 CSS class, 4 Tailwind classes, I think. Inner shadow, color number 2, which is a gradient. That gradient is going to be annoying. But yeah, that's about it. Like it should not take you much. And again, the beauty of it being like an overlay thing is, well, I just need this thing to be red, and that's it. That's all I needed. Like I don't need more than that. Or I needed this thing to be gray, and I want my whole app to be grayed out and nothing else. It's just there. It just works. And I don't have anything to do. It's just good, fast. I spent weeks in tweaking the colors and making sure that the gradient was good and the opacity was good and all that. So yeah, if you want them in here,
Mom?
you can get the free version. They are in the free version. As always, the free version gives you the black mode, dark mode, and the paid version gives you the light mode, which I know is counterintuitive, but that was the point. So if you want everything and you're only doing dark mode, then get the free version. It's good. I like it. I'm not biased. But yeah. So, I see. Playlist, blah blah blah. I guess I should have done that, but that's fine. What's that? 24? 16? I see. You did good. Good job. 16, 16. You have that here. These are gonna be another auto layout frame, not automatic. It's probably gonna be 16. And that is gonna fill the container. And it's gonna be a select, which means it's gonna be an input. Input base, where we don't have a left button, we don't have a left icon, we don't have a leading text. This is gonna be the select the file name, I guess. No help icon. Right button, yes. In tertiary gray. Icon only, bitch. And a chevron down. Right there. I see. That is, yep, that's the thing. I think that's my issue. Or one of my issues here, Sterling. I think the playlist name is probably going to give you some issues in the future if I'm not sure about that, if some CDs or DVDs are giving you different naming convention, and it's playlist long ass name instead of numbers. I doubt it, but we never know. If that's the case, you might end up with like a shorter selector here, which I don't know if we want. It's debatable, but you know. To be checked. To be checked. So, how the fuck do I do that? Column. I guess column is gonna work. I think. Ah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Also, I just realized that I was in zoomed in Figma mode, which is why I had no space. God damn it. That's probably 16. Knowing where you are. And they half? 4? You did 4. Interesting. Yeah. That's a fair point. Ah! Interesting. Fuck. Wrong button. Again. Did not go through. Yeah, well, that happened. How did you fight back, though? That's gonna be the question. Did you win? Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's annoying. I get it. But also, you know, free coffee all day. I'm sure you could get a deal of some sort. Ah, yeah, no, wait, it's not good. Yeah. I hate it, but I would do that. I'd do that for sure. Three? Nope. Four. Have a bit of a little divider in between the header title thingy and the bottom. I think that would make sense. At least makes sense to me. The thing that I don't like is the size of things. And this is 40. This is heavy at 20. But yeah, I don't like this. The thing is, if I put it above, it looks like it's the label of the input, which is not what we want. And if I put it not there, or almost outside of the frame, it's gonna look weird. So that can't really happen, which is kind of sad. And the play makes sense. And I don't like this, but it's almost as if it was the only option. Here, as if that needs to get out, and that needs to be there. But that pisses me off because it takes way more space, which is not what we wanted in the beginning. So it feels wrong. It feels wrong. And we can't predefine a size, that's for sure. Oh, goddamn. Shit, I was expecting it to pop here, not there. I think you're missing the shadows. Yeah. Well, that's what will give you the content things. And you've made a gradient from 800 to 900, which is okay. You could simplify. 1 second. So you could 100% simplify this instead of having shadows. Right. I'm gonna keep this one, remove these. Instead of having shadows to give you like the effects that we want to have, you could, because in code you can have multiple layers of stroke or border outside. So removing this one and adding a new one that will take basically the shadow effect. So with that, I have my shadow of 1 pixel inside, and then this is going to take a white at the top and a pure black at the bottom. for now. So that way you have like that kind of gradient thing. You can 100% get in and put this with a bit of an inlay thing, and these at 0% and then at 0%, so that it gives you like the top and bottom shadow effect. And then the so that's just a gradient for your border, that's it. And the thing is, instead of having them at full color, I gave them full color right now so that it's visible. Instead of 100%, you get the same amount of the shadow, which I think is 24%. As far as I remember, like 24 or 40% for the highlight and 24 at the bottom. And that gives you something that is similar, but not the same, but similar. And that way it works with Tailwind without having to use shadows, because shadows are a tad annoying. Though you're missing the border effect, which right now obviously we can't see because dark background, so it's different. It has an interesting feel to it, but it works. The endpoint, I think I would make that a bit more strategic. So 16 and probably minus 16 on this, so 84, so that they match, they are exactly the same and they are not like arbitrary placements. So 0, 16, 84, 100 for the stops is going to be useful, I guess. And if you wanted to do that, you could by having like a drop shadow, which is not necessarily what people have in mind, but you could have a drop shadow that is that color, like that border color, 100%, in pure flat, and then it has 0 in Y and a spread of 1. That gives you similar results using Tailwind without using the fancy thing that I'm using, and creating some effects that are really similar but not the same. That's an option. It works. It's just gradients. Gradients are going to be a bit of a pain to maintain, because that might not necessarily work depending on how you use them. So yeah, but it's the same. It's the same. At the end of the day, it's the same. It will give you the same thing. When I'm looking at it from my phone, it's kind of, this one is a bit bigger, and that's because the shadow is making it, well, taller technically. Like technically my border is inside, like it's an inset border, and this is not. But yeah, like that just means that the button needs to be 38 instead of 40. That's it. That's it. But yeah, that's an option. Let me Command Z enough so that we have our background back. Oh, I really don't like it, Stony. It's sad. And you also have most of the checkboxes that are really close in your version compared to the one that I had, which, you know, fine, but I still. I don't know. The divider helps. It's not that visible, but it kind of helps me right there. I think you can make it like 6 instead of 4, so it's more visible, but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's the same. It should be the same color as the outline. So something like this would make sense. And you currently have this with your accent color being gray. It doesn't really bother us. Yeah. Maybe. I see. Is it the same link? Has a better gradient on hover. It's also like dark at the bottom instead of the top, but yeah. Propagation works for the all button. That's good. Shit, I clicked. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I can do that now. I can't wait to just, on a random day, come here, press the button. uh, yeah, me too. I know where I live, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good as a start. Yeah. At least you have like the logic of how things are supposed to work together, so that's pretty good. And then me being an annoying ass as myself, you know, you know, you know. If you probably have done that this way, so that could work. Let me see. Instead, instead of that, instead of this, I'm gonna use solid, probably 8 or solid 7 to kind of work. It kind of it works through, you know. And then just because I'm annoying, I can't do that. Um, bitch. Sorry. My bad. That's just Figma being a big dick right there. It happens. It happens. It doesn't make any sense. If I click on something and I click there and I want to start typing, if I start typing, I should be in there, which is the case when you're here. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. um, yes, yes, yes. That's cute. That's a nice detail. Makes no difference. It's just nice detail. It is, the thing is, if I'm here, it's auto focusing on the search, you know, like right where it's supposed to be. And if I, for some reason, decide to add a field, I'm going there on the library, it's not. It needs to manually focus. Makes no sense. So I'm going on the library, I know that I'm going to search for something unless it's the first result, but if it's the first result, I'm just going to click it. Figma, fix your stuff. One other reason to switch to Sketch, you know, all day. Oh yeah, that's a cute ass effect. I like it. Nice. It's pretty good. Working as Framer is pretty good. I like it. Yes, I had a question for you as well, which I said that earlier when you came in, and then I didn't. On the Patreon stuff, where we at? That's so cute, though. It is useless, but it is so cute. I think you got charged. Dang, that's broken. I'm gonna refill this because it's empty. 1 second. Oh, got me. Good. I see. That's yeah. Or or April and we double. You know, didn't get your March stuff. Then we still, you know, an option. It's an option. Stony, I think I need to stop you. I think it's too late. But yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. I mean, that way we're gonna have like a bit more time to go over things, details, and other things. That's something that you're interested in. So, yeah, as well. Yes, 100%. I mean, that's part of the Patreon. You have me for the time. Usually, design help, but you know, we can chat. The reason why I'm saying you might not, it might not be a good idea for you to do it. It's mainly because it impacts the rest of the child. I get it. You will just do first child, this layout, others, whatever. I know, but you know, it's a bit of a pain. Now I'm thinking about it, you know, you may have seen this. 1 second. Hiding the ass for reasons. Can I do that though? I'm not sure. Yes, I can do that. Is it true? No, I can't do that. Cool. Well, fine. So, I'm gonna go in order. You know, they're gonna be fine. You may have seen, if you are part of the internet, you may have seen this. This has been posted last week. At the beginning of the week, I forgot. The Xiaomi 15 has been implementing a concept phone, which seems to be pretty good. This concept is the addition of an objective as an add-on. So it has like, it's a specified concept only thing that they have created. The back of the phone has holes with pins, and the whole ring is a magnetic ring. So basically MagSafe, but with pins, 2 holes to have like this things. And so that concept that they have is to basically get the ability to get like a real sensor inside of the software that Xiaomi has, which is really good for an Android phone. And that gives you like a very, very good output in terms of camera quality and all that. When you see and look at it, it's just like 2 pins magnetically set, and the pins. The thing that I don't like is the fact that it's magnetic. Magnets just kind of bump at times, and that's a concept again, concept. However, if you're old enough, you'd remember this. This is from 2010, 2012 from Sony. They used to do the exact same thing. However, the difference for this was the fact that this objective was a camera on its own, and the only thing that was happening with the phone was plugged it in as a Bluetooth things. So Dan, Terakan, hi. It's a good question. But that used to be a thing. It's still a thing. Like there is still a lot of people that are using this Sony mount, and it is a Bluetooth mount things, which is really cool to have on your phone. But the Xiaomi kind of implementation has been really good as a concept so far. So this cool thing, good execution, better execution, I would say. But they've done something else. And that something else is this. They have created a mount to match with the camera. So you basically have the objective that can be added to the existing lens of the camera. That is an impressive addition, specifically when you see this. It looks like an F mount, L mount, regular things. And so as long as you get this ring and this phone, you have whatever lens you want on your phone. The thing that I don't like about this, obviously, I don't like stuff, is you are limited to the objective and sensor inside of your phone, which is going to be shit compared to the Xiaomi 15 implementation, which then used like a very much greater sensor. If I can find the initial thing. Where you at? Where you at? God damn it. So much things have happened in the past few weeks. It's been crazy. They've been talking about it. Basically, the sensor itself is a 1-inch sensor with a better overall like capture or pixel thingy. So well, you can do that with your Sony phones. Like your Sony phones can act as displays for Sony cameras, which is really good. But I'm gonna reuse this one. I think with that lens specifically, with that preview and then that video that they're showcasing, and the fact that they're also having like a very different type of lens and glass inside. This is weird. It looks weird, but it's fine. But they have like that 35 millimeters f1.4 and also the sensor. Again, the sensor is inside of this, so that's the 4/3. It's not a full frame for sure, it's a crop sensor. But with that in mind, as soon as they have created this, I'm sure they would have the ability to create like more lenses, amount, and it's just like you have your sensor capabilities and then the processing is happening on your phone, which I like. I think it could be great. Again, in the video that is presenting, the output is not that good, but if you just have the ability to travel with this, like think about it. If your travel bag, just hold this and you have your whole camera, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not even transferred to your phone directly, it's taken by your phone. So yeah, it was a great concept in the Sony era. It's a great concept now. I just hope it comes out for real, because this is again a concept phone, and it's really good. I like it. I like it a lot. And again, it's Xiaomi, and I like them. But yeah, that's the thing I kind of wanted to talk about on Monday, and I forgot. And yeah, I love the brand. I love everything they do. That's not true. I just feel like they are, for the prices at which they do stuff, is crazy. I mean, to me, it's crazy. Like, you get the, again, the phone that I have from 2017 is still working fine, really good, and not really having issue other than battery because it's plugged all day, which is my fault. But this phone was $300. It's not bad at all, and they have, I mean, this thing is probably gonna last me 4 years, if not more, because I'm not using it that much, but you know, all that. And a 4 years old Samsung phone of the same price is gonna be almost non-usable at this point, which is kind of crazy. So you know, different stuff. I'm looking for other specifics. Like they have been doing these phones for the past few years now with the same kind of design, which is really fun for me, because it's, a lot of people have been saying that the new Nothing phone has a back that doesn't look like anything, and that's the same camera bump. But yeah, like, it's really, I mean, to me, it's really good. I like them. You know that. Anyways. Yeah, OnePlus 12 is good. I don't know how much we are now. You've made one mistake, Stony, which is this. Color don't match. The settings will propagate to the rest of the items below. Are they? Oh, that. You mean that for the text? Yes, that's fine. My bad. My bad. I didn't read. I didn't read. I didn't read. I did not read. Yes, this is the exact same color. So it matches all around, all the time. You know, all that. They are 13. Oh yeah. I like this one a lot. For the color and the back texture. I hate their cameras. Like for real, for real. It's the same as this. I hate it. I think these ones are better overall. But also it's the back. And that fucking green is so good. Some people have been saying that the 13 is pretty good as well. I do remember that. OnePlus X was really good. Yeah. I mean. Nope. They like basically since Carl Pei decided to get out, oh that's so cool, of OnePlus and create nothing, OnePlus has kind of been declining. But yeah, so far this is the best looking phone that came out in the past few years to me. Most interesting, cutest, detailed. Like it's really nice, but like this is it. That blue is good. Not gonna lie about that. Is that a mistake? That looks like a mistake. Telephone platform. I think if, as of right now, and my limited understanding of the market, but I think Frameworks is gonna have the best potential in building what you're talking about. If at some point, Kane, hi, welcome back. How are you? Like if they succeed fully in supplying and making sure that everything works and all that, if that happens, yes, but other than that, it's gonna be kind of hard. but it feels like Framework is the potential for that type of things. Again, the block phone. You know, thank God damn. You remember that. This was great. This was a pretty cool concept. We had the concept and it was pretty nice. It had an overall really good ID. I don't really give a shit about. I can see where people are clicking. Don't care about that person. But yeah, that was the ID. Bought and killed by Google, yes. They did do that though. They bought it, they made it much better, and then they killed it. But they did make it good. Yes. 100%. It is sad. However, I understand why they did kill it. It is not viable in the current state of things to have like a fixed sized frame. Like you need more room to be able to account for, oh yeah, that new chip is needing a bigger heatsink, and therefore it needs to take like 3 slots instead of 2. And in that format, we can't do that. So I get it. I get it. But it's sad. Nonetheless, doesn't change that this was great. It was a great idea and we liked it. Anyways, other than that, I do think Framework is the option potential to get into the phone business. It will not be that good in the beginning, but it could have like some replaceable elements. And there is, I mean, technically the CMF Phone 1 is openable with the screw and replace stuff like the battery, the screen, the whatever. There was, I think, iFixit just had like a partnership with a phone manufacturer about last month. Who did that? I watched a video of someone saying that they had like to replace their screen in 17 minutes. Was it Linus? Might have been Linus. Probably is, to be honest. And it might have been on short circuits instead of here. Might have. Probably is. Shit. I've been looking at Xcode stuff all day. Was it? I doubt it. Now I have doubts. Yep. More doubts. Well, anyways. I think, yeah. I think I saw someone saying something about like a phone replacement thing for the screen specifically. That seems to be pretty good. So, you know, good thing to have. But yeah. Not really a phone review day, okay, also. I answered in my head, but just Jeroen was asking or saying that he would want like a phone that still is good, but can have parts replaced when needed. Like you need a better camera at some point, you can have a module. And we were talking about it because we were looking at these. I should just go back to my history, which is not the same, but it's fine. Come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. We're talking about that. That was announced as a concept. Which is basically like a Xiaomi phone with an objective that can be magnetically added at the back of your phone, and then you have like a very much better camera. So that would change the game basically. If you get that or have that as a main concept, main ID, you can get rid of your camera in the phone itself forever. Meaning that you can have a phone that has like a greater battery, greater space for other things, cooling, and then have the camera as an additional element. Or maybe it has just a single camera for quick stuff. But yeah, I feel like this would be amazing to have. And on top of it, right, this with the pins and the magnets and all that means that you have MagSafe added to your phone. So you get access to all of other accessories. You know, good stuff. But yeah, that's the that was the discussion. That was the discussion. And good job, Sonny, on the colors. Much better. Much better. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. All right, I'm tired. We're going there. It's been a week, I think, or two. Anyways, as always, thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it. I'm gonna see you next time. If you want to watch the VOD for some reason, it's gonna be on YouTube. If you have question, I'm not live. That's gonna happen on Discord. And if you want to be back here, that is gonna be on Friday at 6:30 Paris time. You can talk to me online if you want. I said a lot of things. As always, if you want to know Japanese, download Can. Really good. If you want to buy something from me and give me some money, you can do that. Or you can sub. But don't sub when I'm not live, you know, it's not fun. Redemption thing. Anyways, we don't care about that. Who won? Stony, good job. 140. Only 81 from Swim Element. That is crazy. That is crazy. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your days. Eat something. Drink some things. Be kind to each other. I'll see you soon. Bye.